Good morning, traders. My name is Austin Silver. If you're new to the channel, welcome. In today's video, we're going to talk about my live trade this morning. It's Friday at about 7:15. I am short EurNzd. You guys remember I was actually trading GbpNzd earlier this week. Throughout the middle of the week, nothing really clean presented for me. It was a little bit slow, so I haven't traded since that GbpNzd trade. Now, this morning, I woke up, started looking through, doing my analysis here on TradingView, and nothing was 100% perfect. There were no A+ setups, but this was pretty close, and that's why I took the trade. I'm actually going to be talking about this a lot more on the webinar this coming Wednesday, where we talk about building your risk profile, which means using the parameters within your system to grade your trades like I did this morning and control your risk, control your size on those trades, because not every trade is an A+ setup, right? Sometimes you have setups that maybe meet half the criteria of your trading plan. Sometimes maybe only a quarter of your trading plan, your parameters in your plan are actually met on the checklist, right? So if it's not an A+ setup, if every parameter that could be perfect is not there, like this one here, then you want to be able to control your size down, and not put on as much risk if the setup isn't as good. That's just logic, right? So this Wednesday, if you want more information on that, the link is in the description. You can join us on that webinar where we're going to be talking about how to grade your trades, how to build that into your trading plan to make sure you don't even have to think about it. Like I'm still in my pajamas, still waking up. You don't even have to think about it because it's written on the trading plan, and that tells you exactly how to act. So here on this trade on EurNzd, I liked this short bias coming in from yesterday. You can see we had a huge move down yesterday during the New York session. What that did was set our low of day here at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. For those of you who have been watching me, you know I use the 2-candle rule to draw my support and resistance zones. Now, typically we like to do it on a higher time frame, right, to find the solid heavy zones. But here, to do it on the 15-minute can just help us in our trade here. So this morning, I saw the zone set at yesterday's low. I drew that box, you can see it right here, all the way across. So when I decided that I was going to short EurNzd here as it was holding the 800, because I'm going to show you here again, we had more support right there at the 800. Because we had that support up top and then we had the support at the bottom, I knew that we could slow down here at yesterday's low, but overall we are in a downtrend. So what exactly happened? If I switch to the 5-minute, we literally came right down to that zone. I was about 18 pips in profit. You can see 18 to 20 pips in profit from my entry. Hit the zone exactly where I thought it would, and now it's pulling back. Now I do think this has potential to move even lower as the day goes on. ADR tells me we have about 70 to 80 pips left on an average day. So we could still move another 70 or 80 pips, which is why I'm not getting scared of the trade. You remember, if you watched the GbpNzd trade, it broke the 8 EMA, just like this one is doing here on the 5-minute, and then it continued even higher. So this one, maybe it'll break the 8 EMA and then continue even lower for us. So I'm not scared on the trade. I understand where my support, where my resistance is. I could have pulled the trade for 20 pips, but I think we have more movement to the downside. The TDI down here tells me we have more movement coming. So it's, like I said, a little bit after 7. You can see it in the top corner, 7:20 this morning. I'm going to keep you updated on the trade. Currently sitting right at about break even, down about half a pip. So sitting right outside the 8 EMA. We're going to watch the 5-minute and see exactly what happens in the coming hour or so. So I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll see how this trade develops. Okay guys, it is 7:35 now. As you can see, the trade is pulling back on us a little bit right here in the last 5 minutes. We're looking at a 5-minute chart. It pulled back and broke the 21 EMA. So now what I like to do with my trades, because that break of the 21, the red line is the 21, because of that break not being super strong, not really pushing up through it really hard, right? Not signaling to me that we're maybe shifting out of the zone, I'm not going to exit the trade yet. But if we end up pushing higher and breaking the 50, moving higher towards my stop, then I'll look to maybe close this trade early instead of taking the full stop out at 16 pips. But until then, I'm holding the trade. I think it could easily hit the 21 here and push back down off. If you look back in here where the 8 and 13 EMA cross, those red and yellow lines right there, typically after a cross like that, you will get extension, which it did, and then a pullback. Hopefully it'll hold that shift and give us another push down after the pullback here. You'll get level 1 as that shift, pull back, kind of take a breath, and then that level 2 of drop should break the zone to the downside here. So I'm patient. I don't have a lot of risk on this trade. Like I said, it wasn't an A+ setup, so I'm not in it at 2, 3, 4% like I would be on an A+ setup. I'm in it at 1%, so much less risk. Like I said, the most I lose on this trade is 1%, but if I can hold in and end up making profit, we could pull a 2% gain out of this, 3% gain, and that's a solid Friday. After pulling 2% on Monday or Tuesday, whenever the GbpNzd trade was, pull another 2, 3% today, 5% on the week, things are good. So let's see how the trade develops. I'll keep you guys posted. It's about 7:36. We'll check back in a little bit. All right, guys, it is now 7:45. As you can see, the trade is moving back down into profit. I am up 17 pips in the trade. It looks really, really healthy here on the 15-minute. You can see it extending out off the 8 EMA. But because we are back down in that zone, you can see we're in that zone where we bounced off of previously. I'm actually going to close on my phone right here. Got my phone right here. I'm going to close half the trade right there. So right there, I closed 16 pips. I still have half the trade on. And what I'm going to do now is put the stop at break even, as I always do. I think that this trade still could move lower, but we might bounce off this zone again. So I'm going to take half. I'm going to lock the gain, make sure that I can't lose any money. I'm not going to let it bounce up again off there and be up 20 pips and then give it right back. So I locked in 16. Second half of the trade is still on, and I'll keep you guys posted as this develops. But really good patience by me. I'm going to give myself credit because it could have induced me to close the trade as it started to pull back here. But I've seen this before. I've showed you guys before that you can't base your exits solely off what the 5-minute chart is doing. That's way too short. But I will use it to kind of tell me, okay, it might be ending. But here, what it said was, be patient, see what it does. It broke the 21 with one candle. I teach in the course that you really want to see more than one candle break because that signals to you that the move is actually done. Very often in the back testing, we find that it'll break with one candle like this and still continue in the downward direction overall that it wanted to move. So that's why I'm happy now getting out of the trade at this support zone of yesterday's low. As it hits it for the second time, I'm not going to give money back, but I really like what the TDI is doing. So like I said, half the trade is still on. Stop loss is locked in profit. A nice way to end the week. 2 wins on the week. I'm happy, and I will keep you guys posted on the trade. One and done. It's not even 8 a.m. So this is free. I will let it run. If it stops me in profit, I'll come back on and tell you. If it continues lower, I'll come and show you that as well. So stay with me till the end of the video, and let's see how it plays out. All right, guys, so we are up about 15 pips here. It's almost 8 a.m. We're retesting that zone again from yesterday's low. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not really going to be greedy about it. I'm going to close the rest of the position right here, take the 15, take the 16. I'm full out of the position right there. I'm not going to wait. You know what I mean? I'm not going to wait to see if it'll bounce and move off this level again like it's already done twice. I'm going to take the winner. It's Friday. I can guarantee that I'm blue on the week for the second week in a row, and I can continue to carry the momentum forward. Sorry, I get excited. I'm fired up. It was a really good trade. I held in. I'm proud of myself. So now I can be done for the day. It's not even 8 a.m. and I get to enjoy the weekend off another win. So like I said, if you want to find out about the webinar next Wednesday, you guys can find out more information about that in the description below. Thank you for watching as always. I hope you learned something. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.